Hello and welcome back to Classic Doctor Who Reviews. We are right in the middle of the 60th anniversary hype, so I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day to join me in checking out the original Season 14. Thanks to the Revisitations 3 DVD box set, today I'll be looking at the Robots of Death for the first time. Not to be confused with the Ambassadors of Death, or just Robot, or the android... You know what? After 90 plus reviews of the same generic naming formula of the X of Y, or the something of the something, it's easy to see how so many people get them confused in their heads. With this cliche naming convention, you could pretty much come up with literally any title you wanted at random. Actually, should we do that? Should we create our own classic Doctor Who serial using pre-existing episodes? Let's do it. Alright. We'll do it live. That is old school internet reference.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Alright, here we are, moving my rock band setup out of the way. We are by my classic Doctor Who DVDs. And we are going to create our own classic Doctor Who serial right now at random. Alright. We have Dalek Invasion of Earth. That's a good one. The Dalek Invasion of Earth. And... oh, if I can find one... oh, Revisitations 3, ironically what we're watching now. We'll do the top one, the Cybermen. The Dalek Invasion of the Cybermen. How cool does that sound? Should we do another one? I reckon we'll do another one. We'll try aiming. We'll go down the bottom of the first one. Earth Shock. Alright, Earth Shock. Don't know how that's going to work out. We'll go McCoy, shall we? Go... or Colin Baker. Varos. The Varos Earth Shock. Could that be the Cybermen? Who knows? Alright, well... tune in next week while I review the Dalek Invasion of the Cybermen. Actually, do you want me to do this as like a YouTube short? Because I'm very good at improving like a full random story. So I could just do this for a laugh. Just do exactly what I just did. Pick two random serials, combine them, and create a story for it. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Probably not. The Robots of Death is a 4-part 1977 serial that sees the 4th Doctor and the newly introduced Leela get framed for murder. Again. And they have to juggle proving their innocence with protecting the remaining survivors from the real killer. Despite the Doctor flat out refusing to let Leela board the TARDIS at the end of the previous serial, The Face of Evil, this one starts like that never happened, and she's already a fully fledged TARDIS companion. Focusing on Leela for a second, first impressions, she seems pretty cool. Less audience surrogate and more bewildered traveller eager to learn. I have to say, going from a headstrong, no-nonsense feminist like Sarah Jane Smith to a scantily clad warrior tribeswoman is quite the adjustment, to say the least. But the Doctor must think her more than capable, because no matter the incarnation, the Doctor normally insists on keeping his companion safe, right? He's like, stay put here out of harm's way while I go out and fight the monster. But here, he actively asks her to join him while he leaves relative safety and ventures out into danger. I'm very interested to see where her character goes, like if there's any development or anything like that. Right, as for the titular Robots of Death, I was surprised to see that they strongly resembled the same design as the Angel robots from the modern series' Voyage of the Damned, both in basic facial structure and in monotone voice. I mean, obviously it was the other way around with the modern series being inspired by the classic series, but either way, I love a well-placed homage or throwback of any kind. Was it intentional? I don't know, but I like to think it was. Alright, I found this one to be a pretty good little serial. It's clear to see why this was chosen to represent the 4th Doctor in the 50th anniversary thingy from 2013. Like, it can't always be Genesis of the Daleks. The plot, while pulling from plenty of other inspirations, was still a focused, enjoyable time. The atmosphere created by these emotionless robots, where you didn't know whether you could trust them or not, was really good. there was this one really nice subtle camera movement. I noticed that. I point out camera movements in a lot of serials that I quite like. But in classic Doctor Who, quite often you just got like the steady cam or the static shot. Not all that much exciting camera movement. But this is one of those examples where there's a character walking by and the camera's panning to follow the character. And then there's a robot in the background and the camera stops as the characters keep walking. And then it just slowly zooms in on the robot just standing there. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't like go anywhere, but it just adds to the tension, this feeling of unease that you get, which, you know, these days, like modern 2023, yeah, camera movements, it's all about that. But in classic sci-fi, just something simple like that, it just goes a long way. It caught my attention. Maybe I should be a camera operator. So yeah, good stuff. Although, in my opinion, all the scenes with the surviving crew members on this drilling vessel trying to figure out who the killer is, like some kind of Scooby-Doo whodunit mystery, are entirely pointless because we, the viewer, know right from the start who the real killer is. Like, it's not called the Robots of Death for nothing. Although, yes, there is a further plot development down the road that does add to and evolve the story further, but still, a robot kills someone, and then we get to watch all these oblivious fools point the finger at each other, and it's played up like an actual genuine mystery, but, like, we know. The crew members themselves are quite the eclectic bunch. Many of the actors are also from another semi-iconic science fiction show, Blake Seven. So that must have been a bit of a reunion for them, I suppose. And I recognised one of them, and I couldn't quite remember what it was until I googled it, and it's only Cotton, the tongueless pirate with the parrot from Pirates of the Caribbean. The first three, at least. Love those movies. Kind of like the Star Wars guy last week. I'm getting pretty good at recognising people. In TV, anyway. In real life, I don't recognise someone if they've got a hat on. Then there's Chubb. He's Chubb. He's not particularly fat or anything. His name's just Chubb. Poor bloke. He dies first as well. Who names their child Chubb? There's a lot of good story moments that I would love to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it because I really do recommend you watch this one for yourself. Because despite the whole, killer robots thing being in the title, there's still enough surprises to keep you engaged. Although, it's not quite a spoiler to say, but I did just want to mention something that is so insanely unbelievable. The thing that ultimately saves the day is helium. That's right! Squeaky voice chipmunk beats the baddies! I used to be able to do that voice really well. Except, it doesn't work on the Doctor because new Time Lord ability unlocked. Helium does not affect you because 2 Hearts respiratory system... What? Whatever. I like this one. And before I go, I have to point out my ever-favourite one-chop kill, or one-chop knockout. Also, this serial features what I would like to call, affectionately, the actingiest acting of all time.
Oh no! Please, no!
Not enough for you? Here's another one. YouTube's gonna copyright claim me again, aren't they? Hey. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Star-Beast last week, and I hope you enjoy the Wild Blue Yonder tomorrow. Oh, and of course, I hope you enjoyed this review. Tune in next week while I finish off Season 14 with the Talons of Wing Chang, yeah. And if you want to see me review the Dalek Invasion of the Cybermen, let me know.